I'm so excited to bring you an epic Lana TV episode today where we are talking about an obvious, really obvious, easy missing step that is going to completely transform how you manifest. Stay tuned. Go shorty, it's my birthday, I'm gonna party like it's my birthday, drink champagne like it's my birthday. It is my birthday week, so I'm gonna have a toast, cheers, and then I'm gonna drop some wisdom on ya, because so many of us wait to celebrate on our birthdays, right? Or be miserable on our birthdays. It's my party, I can cry. Why would you want to cry on your birthday? Why would you not want to manifest exactly what you want so there's nothing but celebration happening in your life? Today I want to talk about two aspects of celebration that are far underused and overlooked, and they are going to be so obvious and easy once you understand how to use them so that you can manifest anything that you desire. I've used this to manifest my dream homes, my partner, my kids, amazing trips, clients, you name it. The first aspect is that most people wait to celebrate until after they have the manifestation. Backward! I call it pre-celebration. In order to get into the vibration, to match what you desire. So you're here, what you desire is here. You've got to get here in order for this manifestation to flow into your life. If you wait for something to change to get you over here, you may be waiting forever. That is by far the longest and hardest way to get there. Instead, what I do consistently is I already pre-celebrate. And I will do it not just in visioning and visualization. I could close my eyes and I can imagine myself being in my dream home where I'm sitting right now, that I already manifested now, but before I lived in it, before I manifested it, I visioned it. I experienced it. I walked through it. I took baths in it. I made love in it. I ran around with my kids in it. I entertained guests in my amazing kitchen in it. You know what I mean? And then I took action to show that I am already feeling that. So as I envisioned it and I felt the celebration, my husband and I would actually rent hotel rooms and stay in places that had bathrooms like we wanted. We celebrated by going to a hotel and getting into that feeling and experiencing it, right? So I would go there not just in my visioning, but in some tangible action form. I would go and spend time with my friends who had the kind of partnerships and kids, families that I wanted, because I was in that vibration. And when I would be there, I would be celebrating with them. I would bring their kids gifts. I would celebrate and toast to the amazing love that they have with their partner. I pre-celebrate everything. Anytime I do an event, a mastermind, some sort of a launch, my whole team and I get together and we go there vibrationally and emotionally. We've already seen the transformation that happened for the participants. We've already experienced the amazing results they've had. We've already had an amazing launch experience, and we will break out champagne, eat chocolate, write thank you notes to one another before we have taken the first step to actually manifesting it and offering it to the clients, for example. I am a master at pre-celebrating. And a lot of times people will say, well, don't count your chickens before they hatch, right? I can't be celebrating something that hasn't happened yet. I'm worried that it won't happen, the idea of jinxing it. And my perspective on that is, listen, let's just say I'm having a grand old time drinking champagne all the way to something and it doesn't actually happen. One version is I sat there small and quiet and worried about whether it could happen, and I focused on it in my itty bitty self and I didn't share it with anyone and I didn't celebrate in any kind of meaningful way, and then maybe I got the manifestation and maybe I didn't. The alternative is that I had a ball in time on my way to the manifestation, and even if it happened in a totally different way than I imagined or didn't happen at all, I still had an amazing time. I am doing it because it feels good to be in the vibration of who I am becoming and what I want. And I've had some major flip-flops. I applied to this incredible program last year, and I didn't get into the program. And I had already celebrated and talked about it, and I just realized that it was because there was something else meaningful for me that's going to happen from this whole celebration. And another opportunity opened up for me to do something even better. So I celebrated my way to the next amazing manifestation. So step number one is pre-celebrating. And I'm gonna ask you to comment below and reflect. How are you pre-celebrating? What would you do if you already had achieved the celebration? For example, if you want to get pregnant and you already got pregnant, you would probably go and look at cribs and buy baby clothes, or, take birthing classes. But you know what? You could do a lot of that now as a pre-celebration. What would you do if you got a promotion or, won a trip or something? You would probably go and start planning what you would do with that money, or where you would go. You can have access to all of that now, and that places you in the vibration of manifestation, so that manifestation or something even better can't help but flow in. Part two of celebrating is learning to celebrate all the experiences. So I celebrate my successes the same way that I celebrate epic failures, which are just lessons. I will still have a dance party. I will still go out to dinner. I will still get a massage, whether it turned out the way I wanted to or not. Because I am not here to look at life or to look at God, which really I look at God as within me, and say, I don't like what you gave me. I believe that I always get either what I want or what I need. And I'm not gonna look a gifted horse in the mouth. And if I got what I needed, I'm gonna celebrate that, and I'm going to ride the celebration all the way to what I want. So I am both pre-celebrating before I even get to the manifestation, and when I get to the manifestation, and after the manifestation. That's another trick, actually, is that I celebrate the things that I have already lived as much today as I did when they first happened. I celebrate the birth, the amazing home birth that I had with my twins so frequently. It's a big sense of empowerment and a memory that is ingrained in me as something where I felt so expansive, so powerful. I mean, I felt invincible. Why would I not go back to that feeling and still 7 years later be celebrating the amazing birth that I had? It is my experience to continue to celebrate. And I celebrate on their birthdays, and I remind them of their birth story, on a weekly basis. We talk about it. We have pictures of it. I've printed these beautiful photos of the birth so that it celebrates that experience. And so I am pre-celebrating, and then I'm during celebrating, and I'm after celebrating. My life is one big celebration. And I'm celebrating all facets of life experiences. And most recently, I really got to put that to the test when I had a friend that was in the Caribbean hurricane, and it was scary. I was on an island, St. Martin, the week before, and then the hurricane hit, and I didn't hear from her for over 2 days. Her family was, afraid of what's happening, and it was a really tough experience. And I really had to, thank God I had been strengthening my celebration muscles, because as we didn't hear from her, I was already posting, celebrating, seeing her. I was seeing the helicopter that came to rescue her. I was experiencing being in the result of what I want, and that got me through that whole experience. And it was amazing to hear from her later to say, this is what happened. This vision that you had actually came true. Like, thank you to me and to our whole program that had done this visioning for her without knowing what the outcome would be. That is what I call celebrating all of it. Celebrating not just the fact that she got out safely, but also the amazing gifts that would come from such an experience. And boy, has that experience given her a ton of gifts and given me a ton of gifts. Would I wish that for anyone? No. Am I grateful that I experienced it? Yes. Am I going to toast my champagne to overcoming challenges like a badass? Yes. Cheers to that. There's a way to celebrate the full spectrum of life. And imagine, what would your life be like if you stopped waiting for things to happen for you so that you could feel good, and you actually gave yourself permission, not just to say thank you, not just to be in gratitude, but to live in celebration every day, to wear your best underwear and put on your favorite lipstick and tell everyone who you love that you love them, and live from that sense of overflow, of active appreciation, active gratitude. I hope that these simple ways of shifting your perspective on how you experience the process of arriving at what you want will not only create amazing manifestations in your life and have it happen much faster, but that you will enjoy the whole journey a whole lot more. Now I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you have already been practicing these 2 ways of celebration that I've mentioned. Or maybe there have been the missing link in your law of attraction manifesting practices. I want to hear, I want to support you. Please let me know and subscribe to my channel so that I can continue to deliver these videos for you. And let me know in the comments if there are any other topics or questions that you want me to cover in future videos. Thank you, and happy